Greetings, Roboteers, and welcome back to Robocraft and to the Mosquito's garage without the Mosquito. Yes. I'm sorry, Mosquito, but your time was always going to be short with this update coming out very soon. The update has landed. We now have wings. Everyone should have these, even non-premium players. Now, I have mentioned previously that all new components come out with a sort of 3-day premium lock. So only premium players can unlock them from the tech tree for 3 days. But the aerofoil level 1s, there was a promo code put out on Twitter and in the newsletter, if you've subscribed to that with your email, that gives anyone who uses the promo code 5 free aerofoil level 1 wings. So, there are quite a few people playing with these right now, I imagine. Now, there are quite a few things that have gone on. Some of you may even notice some of the changes. First and foremost, let me quickly go over this. In fact, it would be better if I did that from the garage. In the garage now, you see the X2 symbol. Previously, you could log in once a day, and you would get a flat lump of RP. It was 2,000 for a while, then it was 1,500, 1,000. It was moving around. Now, the thing with that is when you're very, very new, that's a lot of RP. That's like 2 or 3 battles, good battles worth of RP. When you're in the mid-game, that's like 1 victory's worth of RP. When you're in the late game, I can only imagine that that was pocket change. So what they've done instead is for every garage you have, you've got a 2 times first victory only bonus. And so it's the victory only, so you could go in and lose as many fights as, well, I doubt you want to lose any, but you could lose several fights, and you won't lose this bonus. It'll only apply to the first victory you have each day. So it's quite a useful thing, because it keeps the bonus relevant, no matter which tier you happen to be in. So that's one nice change. You may also have noticed that the tech points have a little star. Now, this is the second phase of the tech tree rollout. You may also notice some new things, namely the armored helium blocks. Also, other than the aerofoils down here, which will unlock properly for everyone in about 9 hours, which is quite nice. But you'll notice 2 things. Firstly, we have these little stars, and this is probably the biggest part of the change, with a little number inside. Now, ooh, I've got one pending friend invite. I shall have to address that in a moment. Now, the stars are your tier-locked tech points. From now on, when you're in a fight, you will earn tech points for the tier of your robot in that fight. I'm not sure how it really works if you have got split tiers, because sometimes you might be in a fight with tier 2 and tier 1 bots, or tier 2 and tier 3, so on and so forth. I'm not sure how that factors into it, but what I'm going to run under the assumption of right now is it's your robot tier that matters. Now, I've already got 13 tier 1 tech points because I've been playing around with the aerofoils a little bit and staying in tier 1 because they're only tier 1 aerofoils. But you'll have them for each level. Any tech points you had before the update landed have been converted to Uber tech points. Now, these can be applied to anything. You can also buy these with galactic credits, I believe. It's still... some people have been saying that this has made the game pay to win, but I would still say that it's pay to win faster rather than pay to win. You can still grind up through these in much the same way you could before. You just can't. In a way, it's almost improved the security of the lower tiers, because you can't just grind up, get a level 7 laser and keep rolling with that with your like level 1 armor and level 1 thrusters or whatever. But there's still a little, you know, the jury's still out on that one. I imagine it will be for quite some time, and I imagine they'll be tweaking. Who knows? But the other thing you'll notice is we no longer have 2 types within each tier. It used to be that you'd have the, for example, tier 1 laser and then the tier 1 S type laser. The S types have all gone. It's just tier 1 mounted, top mounted laser, tier 2 top mounted laser, tier 3 top mounted laser, and so on and so forth. So that's another change, and people have been reimbursed if that means some of their components have been taken off them. Now, I've got a couple of tech 1 points there, and just to finish out my palette there, I'll go ahead and use my tech points to purchase that. I don't think I will ever need tech 1 points for anything else forever now, except if that actually requires it. That might. So those are 9 tech points there. They may actually help me. But otherwise, they're just going to sit there and be useless. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, am I converting it into Uber. I have no idea what's going on there. Like, just cancel that. I don't know what you're trying to do, and I don't want to know. Right, okay, I have kept you in suspense. Let's just quickly check out the aerofoil. We've got CPU 20 P-flops, robot ranking 20, armor 120. Now, I do believe that they're looking to buff the armor on this and also to tweak the weapon damages a little bit as well in regards to a few things. There's been a huge nerf. Well, it's a tweak that has ended up being a nerf for railguns. In fact, I should probably quickly show this off to you. Mosquito, do forgive me. I'm just going to take you out very quickly with a laser on top just to demonstrate this. Let's quickly jump into the game. Now, the main thing with railguns is they will hold a charge now. Previously, you could only hold a charge for so long. The flip side of that is they charge automatically. And they charge very slowly. Now, they will charge all of the guns. The more guns you've got, the slower that charge will rise. But when it fills that bar, all of your guns will be charged. And they will hold on to that charge indefinitely. Also, there should be a little red dot laser sight as soon as it's charged. As you can see there, it's telling me where I'm going to hit something. Oh, you're gone. But this will hold indefinitely, and if I had more guns, they would all be holding. And when I fire, the first one would fire. But if I had more than one gun, then the second, third, and fourth, or however many, would hold on to their charge, and successive clicks of the fire button would fire them in sequence. No guns would charge until I discharged all of the charged guns. So it has made things a little bit harder to use, because it takes a lot longer now for those guns to charge. It has massively reduced their DPS, as you might expect, but also it's meant that you really do need to pay attention to where you're shooting, because that shot has got to count, because you're not likely going to get another chance. Now, with that said, I think it's time that we started work on a little aerofoil. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, so you'll have to bear with me. Let's just carve out a nice shape first and foremost. We want our cockpit. Actually, we want to give it a little bit of extra armor underneath, I feel. I think that would be quite important. That way my cockpit can be underneath. Now, you may notice I'm using my higher tier armor blocks for this, and that's simply because I don't really want to be in tier 1. I see no real point for me being there. I don't need to be in tier 1 anymore, and I'm not going to get any benefit from it, since I don't need the tech points that tier 1 is going to generate. And in a way, this is also going to push people out of the tiers faster. People are going to really want to move up the tiers, because that's the only time they're going to be able to do anything worthwhile. And honestly, I think that's a really, really good idea. Now, let's give myself a couple of windows here. And we're going to want little corner blocks there as well. Right, that's my cockpit. That's the important bit taken care of. We'll also extend this area out a little bit as well. Yeah, we'll just place that there, and I don't have any Tetra cubes. My lord, let me buy a couple of those. I should have plenty of RP to build pretty much anything I want, assuming I don't go overboard with it. Now, let's actually give us a bit of a shaped nose now. Yeah, something like this. Bit of a beak. I want this to be a proud eagle or a kite, a Welsh kite. That's what it should be. Yes, I like this. Okay, now we need to decide where we're going to place. Well, this is definitely going to be the tail. So actually, let's extend that out just a little bit further. And I'm going to place the aerofoils. Now, the thing with the aerofoils, according to the update, the little update blog, it's quite important to have 4. 4 is the ideal amount for balance, but they've given you 5, and the reason I suspect is so that you've got a rudder. Because obviously having a rudder, being able to change the way you're facing, equally very, very important. Right, let's tip that off there. Okay, we're getting a bit of a shape now. How far out do we want to bring these wings? You know what, let's bring them all the way out here. Like so. I'm not sure how heavy this is going to make this bot, and that's something I want to try and avoid, is making it too heavy, but, oops, I placed that in the wrong place. Let's grab that back and put some more embellishments on. Okay, now then, we'll place these wings. They'll be a little bit forward, but, actually, do I want to pull it back a bit? I think I do, actually. We'll sink them back rather than have them too far forward. Okay, so this is my plane's shape so far. Now, that gives me ample room to place weapons. Now, there's two types of weapons that I would think would make sense on a plane at the moment. And they are SMGs or plasmas. I do not feel... Have I got any level 2 plasmas? Yes, I do. Okay. I do not feel that currently there is enough point in having railguns, because they take so long to charge, and if you mess up, that's it. That's your one chance gone. So I'm going to be avoiding railguns for now. I'm not sure if that is wise or not, but we'll roll with it and hope for the best. There you go. We're giving this plane a little bit of shape now, and I've given it plenty of armor, as you've noticed. And that's largely because I don't want someone just shooting one part of it and blowing off my entire tail section. Yeah, we'll taper the tail like that. Now that does leave us some room there. As I said, I don't want to be in tier 1 necessarily, though this could be a stupid move on my part, because this could result in us entering tier 3 or tier... Oh, I guess I could aim for just tier 2 for now, but this could result in horrible things happening to us because we're in too high a tier for what we're really going to be doing. Now, let me see. Could I move that forward and have a... I could have another engine under the wing. Okay. I like that. We'll go with that. We'll have our weapons right at the front. We'll just go with 2 bombs for now. I don't think we need more than that. We do, however, want a wheel. Now, we can take level 2 wheels or level 1 wheels. You know what? I don't think the wheels matter at all, so we'll go with level 1 wheels. This is just to give our craft the ability to roll along the ground a little bit in the start. In fact, let's put the wheels a little bit lower down. Except that's going to be in the way of my guns, and that is not good. We'll do without the wheels for now then, and hope for the best. I doubt a level 4 thruster would be welcome on this craft. Hover blades. I've got some hover blades. I could put a hover blade or 2 at the back, maybe hold it up slightly. I'm not sure. That may give us a little bit of added stability. I'll check that out in a moment. But, yeah, I'm liking this so far. I'm going to continue with this, because we're already 13 minutes in. I'm going to continue playing around with placement of things, and I'll bring you back to something I'm happy with. But before I cut out, let's just go and see what this can do. I don't think we're going to have enough thrust to actually take off, but we'll see how it does in practice, and that'll give me a basis for comparison. And then I'll cut the video there and continue to tinker around with it a little bit. And when I bring you back, it should be something worth looking at. Oh my god, no. I'm so sorry, Craft. Can we move? Have you got enough? Not really got that much thrust, though. We're actually going up, though. It's really struggling. It doesn't want to go up. How much thrust have we got? Not too bad, actually. I definitely need maneuvering thrusters at the nose. I think that's absolutely imperative. And maybe I need to salvage a couple of thrusters off the I Come In piece. But, so far, I'm liking this. Can you pull up? Can you pull up? No, you cannot. Yeah. Maneuvering thrusters at the front, absolutely essential. Okay, I'm going to cut the video here, and when you return, hopefully the Mosquito will have taken on a bit more shape and will actually look like something that could actually do damage in a fight. So, see you then. And welcome back to the new and improved Mosquito. Take a good look. It's taken me a while to plug everything in, and I've made a slight change since the last time I practiced with it, but I have found this to be quite maneuverable and handles relatively well, though it still tries to dive. I have to I wouldn't say fight, but I do have to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't start to descend. But I've got ample maneuvering thrusters at the front, or rather just climbing thrusters really. They don't help me maneuver so much, and perhaps that would be something I could add at some later point. In fact, I might even be able to add one in the back there, perhaps. Let me just have a look at that. I could. Well, I could get rid of that. No, I quite like the look of this, so we're going to stick with that. But as you can see, I have stuck all sorts of thrusters all over this. Speed is what you need for a flyer, especially with these aerofoils. The more thrust, the more lift. The higher level aerofoils can generate more lift for... Ooh, that one's all wrong. But can generate more lift for higher tier robots. I'm not really sure what effect it... If the tier of the robot affects how much lift an aerofoil can offer it. That is, it's got some sort of negative modifier to the lift if it's trying to be lifted by lower tier aerofoils, or if it is purely weight. I'm really not sure. We'll have to experiment as we get into the higher tiers. There are other things we could do. We could go for a bit of a hybrid build, add some hovers onto this instead of wheels, though I think that would require a redesign, certainly of the tail and perhaps a little bit of the nose here. I've added in some extra armor blocks, and we are still comfortably in tier 2. I could probably coat most of this thing in level 4 armor and still be in tier 2, and that is quite amazing. I could, of course, add a lot more firepower, and that would probably be the next thing I would do. In fact, I could add one on the front by pulling back this sort of beak section. But I'm happy with this at the moment. Let's take this out for one last practice run before we do anything else. Now, I have had a look over it, and I'm trying to work out a way that I can add the vapor trails, but I can't work that out yet. And I certainly can't find anywhere to put the bot's name. But let's just get up into the sky. Now, the nose thrusters really, really help with climbing. Just getting up off the ground is fantastically easy with these. But we are not good for taking out other flyers, unfortunately, unless they are beneath us. Then we're actually not too bad at all. But we've only got 2 weapons on this, and trying to predict where our enemies is going to be is a bit of an art form with plasmas. Apparently an art form that I have mastered, or at least that I am somewhat proficient in, though I'm sure the moment I get into an actual fight and I'm being shot at, all illusion will be dispelled, and you'll all realize that yes, I'm actually crap at predicting where my plasmas are going. But I have found it much easier to do with this than with my previous hovers, honestly. There's something about this that just lends itself well. For example, I think if I keep my plasmas facing the same direction as the nose and just basically try to aim by changing the direction of my ship, it will generally be much better. But there are a few more things we can add on, and that is the propensity it has for diving, as you saw there. Though thanks to the thrusters at the tip, I can actually correct that generally fairly easily. But this has grown somewhat. It is quite a lot of weight on this craft, so some higher level thrusters would probably be really, really useful. But as you can see, it works well enough for us to take out, I think. In fact, there may be even room for some more improvements. I'm not going to put radar on this. I can't think of a good place to put one. Also, I don't think I'm really going to be hunting by radar. This is not the sort of vessel that that you're going to be using radar on. Ooh. No, sorry, I'm still doing things. I feel bad when I say no. I must let them know. Let me find them. Why I did not join them? I must be polite. There we go. Right. Now, what we want to do, let me go back to everyone. For no particular reason, because I'm not talking to anyone. Now, are there any other things I can add? I could add some lights. Ooh, well, radar receiver. Again, I don't really need the radar. Radar jammer, I guess. I've only got the tier 1 run right now. Is there anywhere I could stick you? I could literally put you on the bottom, but then you're just going to get shot off. Well, I could put you at the front. I could put you at the front, or I could put my flag at the front, and then have you... No, I think this would be good enough at the front there. We just drop that in there. Oops, someone... He has replied. I've helped them get all the way to tier 3. Oh, everyone's trying to talk to me. I was going to say hello to you two, but... oops, no. Let me say it. There we go. And then we're going to jump into a fight. I think that radar jammer is not going to do much good for us. But there we go. Hi, Mum. Oh, that's very nice. Mom, I should say. Perhaps the Americans wouldn't understand the word mum. They'd think it was some sort of insult. I don't know. But I think we are ready to take this out. We're going to fly the colours, obviously. It was just a question of whether it would be at the front or the back. But maybe I will strip the Tier 2 radar jammer off Solenopsis Invicta. I think I may, actually. Let's go in and grab that. It'll just be for a little while. Don't worry, you'll get it back. Alright, let's head back to Mosquito, because we want Mosquito to not be seen. Though I suspect something flying really, really high and really, really fast is, well, always going to be seen. Really? This is much bigger than the other one. Oh, well. I'll place it there, just so it doesn't get clipped if a shot happens to just come up from that angle there, so it doesn't clip it. Let me just see if it would have. Yeah, it's got a bit more of a profile there, so we'll just push it back a little bit. Okay, now, I do not know how survivable this craft is going to be. However, I probably should have gone a couple more level 4 prison blocks. But as you see, I spent a lot of my RP building this vessel. So let's jump into the fight. And as usual, I shall cut this out and bring you back when we actually get into a fight. So see you in a few moments. Okay, and here we are. As you can see, there is a new loading screen that gives us much more information than before. This looks like a fairly big battle, though. Interesting indeed. And I'm already jamming someone's radar. Really? I shouldn't be. I mean... Oh, I'm jamming lots of people's radar. What on earth? We've got quite a few named bots, though, which is quite nice. Right, let's get this out to everyone. I can talk to everyone here. There we go. Good luck, have fun all. And I think that fellow's, one of my friend's names turned red there for a moment when I was tabbing through. Really? Radar jammer? You trolling me? Or are there actual radars that you are jamming right now? Because I don't believe there are. My lord, I can see very far. This could work against me, because if I can see them, they can see me. Oh, that was close. Oh, I actually hit him. I am kind of impressed with myself for that. Let's see if we can get some damage on this fellow over here. Actually, you. Close. No, actually, I did actually hit him. Good, good. Get down there. No. Let's see about you. No, unfortunately. Let's try and turn around a little bit. We've got quite a lot of turning power at the moment, thanks to the position of those thrusters at the tip. Ooh, someone's already attacking our base. That is not good news. And we've got a kill already. Fantastic. We're going to go back for you, though. Let's get in there, though I'm getting a little bit low. I'm not liking that. Oh, dear. By the way, no, my turrets are not fast enough at moving, unfortunately. Never mind. Took out one threat. Alright, where else are we going? This is working out well so far, though I've said that now, I'm bound to die. I'm certain of it. But thankfully, my radar jammer is doing a lot of work. Let's get another shot down there. We are hammering this fellow, and they're gone. Who else have we got? We've got one floater, hover sort of thing. Actually, he's got some aerofoils, so well done you. Done a little bit of damage there. And again, not enough, I don't think. Let's swing by for an... Oh, no, there we go. He managed to catch me. Well done, Ellie Nia. Very well done indeed. Oh, very nice shot. Now, who can't shoot? I don't know. But this is anyone's fight at this point. So we'll stick around for the rest of the battle. Okay. Wow, really? Okay, well, this is the problem with the snipers there. You see him charging up. You've got another shot. Take it. Come on. No, now you don't have another shot. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. Dave Ocalypse. Well done. It's all down to you now, Dave. Right, well, I was probably... I'm not sure how to respond to that whilst being polite. No. But this is actually quite a nice little chatty fight. You don't usually get this much interaction. Dave. I love the wobble that Dave has got going there. But I fear that Dave is not really going to achieve much. It seems that half of his ship has been destroyed. Come on now, Dave. A little bit close. They've only got 25%. You can do it, Dave. Come on. Make us proud. No? No, almost. Second. No. Failed. Well, it seems that everyone knows me in here. Right, well, I think it is really only a matter of time. As long as Dave can protect Argova, we may win. I'm not sure, though. Have we got anyone else to watch? Argova's got quite a lot of defenses there. Well, offense, which can be used as a defense. All 4 of his railguns are charged, which means he's got 4 shots before he needs to charge again, though once he has discharged all of those, it's going to take him ages to be able to fire again. So, come on now, Dave. It's all down to you. Let's see. That was miles off, Dave. You need to do better. Oh, that was a good shot. Oh, wow. That was fairly close there, Dave. Let's just hope we did more damage to them. Ooh. If only they were a better shot. Though, this looks like it. No. Wow, you have the luck of the Irish, Dave. You really do. I am... Wow. That was actually quite epic. Fair play, Dave. Well done. Oh, this is one thing I've actually mentioned to the devs, that there's not enough time to talk after the battle. I was going to say Dave is our hero, but I'll say that now to the camera. Dave was the hero of that battle. Well done, Dave. But very well played, everyone, on that fight. Plus, decent amount of RP there. Now, will I get 2-time bonus? Is that just added in there? I've still got it, apparently. Oh, it's because I went down. I see. I didn't win that fight so much as I just hung around to see other people win it. That makes sense. But as you can see, aerofoils, quite a lot of fun as it happens. Now, I'm going to wrap this episode up there. In the next, we will probably be seeing much more from the Mosquito. I may add some better thrusters, or I may just cover the Mosquito in some better armor. It would have been an idea to completely change this to the highest tier armor so that random stray shot from below wouldn't simply wipe out my cockpit, or even raise my cockpit a little bit, you know. Get the wind flowing through my hair as I'm flying around and bombing people. The bombing people part makes that sound much less charming and chill. But yes, I do hope you've enjoyed this video though, and the chatty battle there. We need more chatty battles like that. It was quite fun. But that is it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you will be joining us for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.